Welcome to Chamber Champions. Today I have Nigel Barrett with me. He's the head of schools for Green School. Welcome, Nigel. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me in.
So Green School are a key regional partner of the Chamber, and they have been for a number of years now. But Nigel, you haven't been there that long. Tell us a bit about yourself and how you got to come here.
Yeah, no, I've only been there since July. Originally I'm from Nelson, got into education and then went for my 2 years overseas OE, and that turned into 25 years. So I've worked in 6 different countries, all in international kind of high achieving schools that are always pushing the boundaries. And I'd actually signed to stay overseas for another year, but the opportunity of the Green School New Zealand, which I've been following for quite a time, came up. And so I tried my luck and ended up here.
Great. And how do you find it?
Amazing. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's an exceptional setting, but that's kind of the easy part. You know, a part of the school is that well beyond that, what's happening, and it's innovative. It's linked to nature, sustainability. It's people from around the world. It's people on a journey. So it's amazing experience. So is this the kind of thing you were doing overseas, or is this additional something new to your portfolio? A mixture of both. So it is additional because it is very unique, a unique program, unique place, but it does have that international link. It does have the innovative lens. I was working for a school in China where we won the Sustainable Awards for all of China, so that part grabbed me as well.
Oh, great. So tell us about Green School and what strikes you most and what's going on and what you've got coming up in the future.
Yeah, so Green School, as we said, like unique setting. It's part of a wider group. So you've got the EIM group, you've got Green School in Bali, Green School in South Africa, and a wider movement going into Europe and so on as well. Originally set up by Rachel and Michael. It's been there for 5 years and growing strength to strength. So what's happening out there? Where do we start? So I guess start with the children. So, you know, it's 40% international, 60% local. So we have a real mix, which is great. People with similar mindsets, but such a range of parents. You know, you've got entrepreneurs coming from overseas, you've got farmers from here, you've got a real mix of melting pot, which makes a unique and strong community. Then you've got our curriculum, which, you know, pulls on some parts of the New Zealand curriculum, some parts of the international curriculum, but very unique in that we have our own high school diploma advanced, which has been accepted by all of the universities around New Zealand, and because of our accreditation that can be used to apply overseas. So the children can come through that in year 12 and 13, or young adults. So they can go to a university in New Zealand, a university overseas through this accreditation? Yeah, through the diploma. So it's all, so we've taken away from that kind of traditional end of year exam and you've got to study and cram for that. And it's over 2 years of constant feedback, of the children completing different parts of work and earning credits. And all of their work as they go through is moderated by people outside of Green School. So international educators from all around the world actually, so that's been set up. So it's really actually academically rigorous. And the universities accepted and acknowledged that. And actually the way it's set up and the way universities are now, it actually ties in quite well to students going to university, because university is very much about ongoing assessments, ongoing what's happening, and moved away from that big 80% of a test at the end of the year. Right, yes. So that's really exciting, just that different pathway.
Oh, good. I imagine that took a lot of work. A lot of work went behind getting that accreditation. Years of time,
and I can't even claim it. That was definitely Caroline's time before me and Sophie, and they put all that. This is the first year, I think, where the students have just applied and just accepted purely on the diploma, whereas before they did a little bit of other supporting work with it. Yeah. And so that's really great for us. Good. Well, congratulations. Yeah. That's wonderful news. So it sounds like there's a great advantage for students to go to Green School, to have that global opportunity that could be presented if they so wished. Great advantage. And it's, like I say, it's upskilling for the way that the world works as well. So it's not, and different pathways, like we say. And I think sometimes people might think the Green School, so it's a bit, you know, that it's laid back, and it's actually very innovative and academically rigorous, as I said, and focused on children being able to do what they want when they leave school with different skills. Yeah, I read on the website, and you've already alluded to it, the innovation that takes place, and the way you're in child-centred learning and you're encouraging
that kind of thinking from the children.
We are, and also, but we still have that importance of the proficiencies, because you can't be a change maker unless you're a strong reader, strong writer, you can present. So we've actually developed our own maths program. We have an American consultant who works with scope and sequence, so that's put in it's a bit more challenging than some of the other curriculums. And we're doing the same with the literacy at the moment. So, a self-improving school is what I've always been part of. And so the Green School is definitely one of those. And so it's that balance, right? So, the young children come in for their nature day where they don't go anywhere near the classroom. They spend the day out. They look after the compost, the gardens. They down by the river. They learn that part. But you also have that importance of the proficiencies and the tracking and where the children are at and adapting to each learner.
Great. Sounds like they won't get away with too much.
No.
And so how many children do you have there now?
So at the moment we're 91. So 91.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good.
And so that's divided into, primary, secondary, intermediate?
Yep. So primary, middle school, right through into high school. And it's, that allows the children to know each other really well. And we did a whole school trip last week to the Hawaii Marae, which was fantastic. So the whole school went, and it's mixed groups, and the older children working with the younger ones. That was special. That was very unique and special.
Well, tell us about what's coming up in the future, some things that you want us to know about Green School.
So in the future, so I think and into the community as well. So a big drive ours is going to be setting up what we call green camps. So we're offering that out to, domestically as well, but international schools, and we've set up a week-long program where the students will be hosted out of the campus for a couple of days, and then the rest of the time actually in town and around parts of Taranaki as well. So teaming up with some different partnerships. Just that was a big part of my background, and I think we've got such a gem of a place here.
Certainly do.
To bring these people, the students in, so that will be a large part. Continuing with some of the local connections, so part of the sustainable backyards and sponsoring part of that. We're actually going to host the permaculture, the New Zealand permaculture community, so that'll be a big event and sponsoring part of that. What else? Oh, there's a lot happening, which is great. We've got some of our students are actually travelling to South Korea in January, so they'll go and take part in an international leadership program.
Is this a school you've been involved in?
So it's a group of schools, so there's children going from Singapore, China, where else? Korea, did I say Thailand? England, and now we'll be the first New Zealand group to go.
Great
as well.
Connections for young kids
to
make.
Amazing, and part of that, and then hopefully we'll host that next year as well. So
that'll be interesting.
And you would have seen, because I don't want to, miss that Michael and Rachel have just been to London for the 75th
Yes, I was going to
Commonwealth.
ask you about that. Yeah, tell us about that.
So school recognised for education, sustainability, and also the architecture and the buildings out there. So impressive. So only school, maybe even only group that went from Australasia or from New Zealand, definitely. And it was the 75th commemoration by King Charles's writer, for lack of a better words, and they've created a book, and so we've got a 2-page spread in there all about the school and what we're doing and the innovations.
So we'll be seeing that soon.
Oh yeah. No, Michael's got 4 copies being delivered very quickly, and
how interesting.
And he's started sharing that with some of our learners already, because it's that's what we're here for. It's the learners, centre of what we're doing, and all of these bigger parts, the impact it has on them. Yeah.
So how long has Green School been going for now?
So 5 years.
5 years.
5 years, and a couple of those were COVID, and so
I remember it well.
Yeah.
Yes,
So done well to keep going.
Yeah, there's been a few challenges on the way, and to see how far you've got despite those is a real testament to the work that's put in. And no, they've done really well, and it's quite amazing as someone new coming in that there are families that are moving the whole family to come here for the Green School. Yes.
And and like I said before, different backgrounds, they're able to work or not. And I think that's quite a unique, it is very unique. Someone's looked us up in Mexico, they've packed up 3 children, themselves, everything, and come all this way and making their community here. So it's, very special
Certainly
place.
adds a richness to Taranaki.
Yeah, no, it does.
So lastly, the connection that you have with the Chamber and the partnership you have, how do you see that?
Yeah, good. Once again, to come in as a school, I think it's really important. So you would have seen BT Wood and Boone in terms of the partnerships when the school was being set up. As someone new coming in, just the events so far and realising how we do connect with other businesses without actually realising that before, because we do cover a load of different, like I talked about, the permaculture, the sustainable side of things, the learning, the buildings. So it's been really good to make those connections, and people have come out to our campus because of that, and we've connected back in.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much for coming to tell us about the Green School today. We really appreciate Green School as a partnership and what you add to this community, the richness through the people you bring in, the opportunities for children, and the way that there can be that connection in the community with businesses and individuals.
Great, thank you.
So
Thanks for
much.
having me. Thank you.